Okay, because I was thinking, right? I don't know. Maybe we need to add a bit more years to our lives before we can answer this question properly, right? But like,
yeah, probably.
You know, would there be an experience that you would like, if you look back, you would have wanted to have changed it in your life in any way? Mean? Like, is there anything you would change at this point? Because everyone always answers no. I'm happy with this has brought me to
I don't think.
But if we think deep, surely,
change.
Yeah, or alter, or make a different decision.
An experience
or a decision.
I think I wouldn't have gave up on some friendships as quick as I did.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's all right.
Sometimes you kind of get sick of, like, how do you explain it? I'd say this is one for especially like Christian people.
I feel you going.
And like one day I'll preach a message on this. Like, this was just dropped in my heart maybe a couple weeks ago, but it was like don't stop hanging out with your non-Christian friends. And that can sound wild to people. It's like basically the reason why a lot of young, or not even young, just Christian people in general do that is just because it's like, if I'm walking in this direction and all my friends seem to be walking in that direction, it's actually hard to keep doing life well with the same people when we're going this way, right? So I might as well just keep hanging out with the people that are on the same path as me.
Yeah.
But what happens is you stop hanging out with your friends that you grew up with and all that stuff, but that also actually really need, well, at least in my eyes and in the Christian eyes, is they need Christ, they need faith, they need salvation, they need all those things, right? And it's like you almost just give up on them. And like maybe a week or two ago, like this was just like dropped in my heart, where it's like Jesus hung out with tax collectors and he hung out with prostitutes and he hung out with all this stuff, and it never changed his character.
Yeah.
And he always hung out with them, and there came a point where he hung for them. Right? And it's like, can I have a bomb?
I was about to say.
No, I'm kidding.
It's well deserved.
But
wait, hold on.
Yeah.
So all this time I didn't get no bomb. But yeah, carry on.
But yeah, can we get a bomb for TD Jakes then? Why not?
What about TD Jakes? The question is, can we get a bomb for Carlos?
Nah, sorry, it's
Nah?
done. Nah, we only
quiet.
have, it's finished.
I think the button broke.
Yeah, it's the volume.
No, but essentially it's like I wish I didn't give up on some of my friendships, or not give up, but just stop pursuing them and stop like keeping my ear open and keeping my shoulder there and for people to lean on and stuff. Like, because sometimes I'm like, man, yes, we were on different, like we are on different paths, and it's like we enjoy different stuff, but I still love those people.
Yeah, 100%.
Right? And it's like, I wish I was still in a position where it's like I could show you
have
that
some
love.
kind of influence or impact in their life and stuff like that now.
Not even for the sake of, bringing them to church or whatever. It's just the sake of like, I'd still want to be there for you. I still want you around at,
I can take
important
that. I
events for me and stuff. Because it's like, I'm at the point where it's like, I don't really invite people to my birthday from that circle anymore. Or all that kind of stuff. Because it's like, we're just not that close. It's not. It's all love when I see you, but when I see you. Yeah. Whenever that might be.
I'd probably agree with that as well.
I think that's the only thing I wish I could change.
I'd probably say that too, man. That's when I think about it. Because looking back, it's like there's actually some bomb. This probably goes on. I don't even know which episode we spoke about it. About the friends and friendships and stuff like that. Like when I think about it as well, it's like there's nothing wrong with these. Like some of the people you look back on, that's like it would be cool to still have some kind of I'll use the word impact still, like I have already, like, some kind of impact in your life in terms of not for my gain or anything, but it's like I can be able to speak positivity to you and stuff like, or speak life into you and stuff like that, and actually makes a difference. And I'd probably say that, man. Damn, it's got real somber real quick.
I think giving up on people is just the wrong thing to do.
Oh, that's tough, innit? That's tough. Because sometimes, what about if it's like this? Yeah, let's say you hang out with those people, it was laughter and everything. And let's just say you started hanging out with your Christian friends, but the reason why you stopped hanging out with the other friends is not because they're not Christian. Let's just say that it is because you enjoy
this
going
other
out.
Group more.
You just enjoy going out with these guys.
That's fine. That's fine.
And then
but
now it's almost like, and I don't know if you experience this where it's like someone might be like, hey, let's hang out. And if you really wanted to make time for them, you could, but you just know that you might not enjoy your time as much compared if this person hit you up and say, hey, let's hang out. And you know you guys are about to have a blast. And they're like, yeah, sweet, when? So it's not because you guys are, not because this person is Christian or not, or not because of this or that. It's just more of, it's just, it's preference, but preference also comes from experience with them, but not even experience, but your enjoyment with them at the same time. And I think that's what's important. For me,
it's hard.
Because for me, it's at the same time, whereas time is precious at the moment, we don't have much time during the week or during the day and all that stuff. So when someone says, oh, hey, let's hang out, you're only gonna hang out with them if you're not gonna have fun with them. You're only gonna hang out with them if they're gonna open up your mind. You're only gonna hang out with them if you're gonna learn something from them. But if you're not gonna gain any of those stuff, obviously the reason is not to gain. But let's just say that you're not gonna get anything. You're gonna walk in there, spend 2 hours, and come back home. You did not learn anything.
But it's like, what if they're gaining from you?
But that's the thing. Now it's like,
but friendship, you want it to be mutual.
I guess so, but
you don't want it to be
if
work.
you're saying that, this friend of yours, they're, non-Christian and stuff like that, and you're not in a sense hanging out with them just to, convert them and bring them to church and stuff, but it's like, okay, you want to sow that seed into their life. Isn't that what you're going after? It's like, okay, I'm going to hang out with you and hopefully you learn something kind of from me.
Yeah.
And it's like, obviously we'll get to a point where, okay, they're taking from you, but then you'd hope that they give something back eventually. Not that it's meant to be like a I give you, you give me type of thing. But
So at what period is it too much? If that makes sense. Because now you're saying, oh, okay, why not hang out with them? Because you can bring some type of positivity in their life or whatever. So I come to you and I ask you, say, okay, cool. I know you're like, I know I'm not gonna gain much, but I know for his benefit, it's good, blah blah blah. Another person. So when is it too much?
I think if it starts to take a toll on you, whether it's like emotionally, if it's always, you're coming, you guys are meeting up and, you're talking, you're sowing this seed into their life, but it's like they're not really willing to receive it, or they're kind of like pushing back, or they're giving you negativity back, then it's kind of like, okay, I'm going to draw back because this is draining me. This is putting like, a hold on me that isn't positive. You know what I mean? I think that's when you're kind of like, you have to reevaluate the situation and be like, I'm not too sure if this is going to work out.
Okay, so what's a good reason to end friendships?
Real quick, to add on that one, I was thinking...
That's crazy.
No. So real quick to add on that one, I think when I asked the question, I was thinking more in terms of when is it too much in terms of like people coming up to you. So let's say I go up to you and I ask you blah, blah, blah. And you're helping me and I'm actually taking that in a good way. And everyone that approaches you and you're helping them, you're not getting anything, but they're able to walk away with some type of positivity. So I'm saying like, in what way is that getting too much for you, if that makes sense? Because now you got so many people coming up to you, and in a way, it's not bad because you actually like helping them. So it's not any burden, it's not any, affecting you in that way. But then now it's like, you don't have that much time as well to be feeding people in your life just to go out and help them out. Because you also got to make time for your mans, for this, for your friends as well.
The thing is, if you're going to try and be a person that's willing to, hang out with people that need that guidance and that advice type of thing, I think it comes with that position. It's kind of like you have to expect others to come. And there's nothing wrong with turning people away and being like, hey, like I don't have the emotional or mental capacity to take on what you're going through at the moment. There's definitely nothing wrong with saying that. It doesn't make you a bad person to say no to people. But it's like, if you think and you know that you can handle it, it's like pastors and preachers and stuff, every day they have people coming to them like, sir, madam, like I'm going through these problems. Can you help me? And every day it's, new situation, new people, like new problems coming to them. And they don't really have time to, like, besides what, like at night or in the morning when they wake up, that's when they really have their time, but it's not really their time because they're, preparing for a word or preparing for something. But yeah, I think it definitely just depends on the person. It's like however much you can take, if it's 4 people, if it's 3 people within a week and stuff, then you should know when to cut it off and be like, hey, look, I can't take on what you're going through right now. There's always other people out there as well to ask. So yeah.
Because I mean, it's more like I would love to do that.
Yeah.
And I know I can do that, but it's just more I can't do that. You feel.
And people shouldn't get offended if you do say no. You just got to be nice about it. Be polite.
So this guy's question
was, what's a good reason to end a friendship? Have you guys ever ended a friendship though?
I've never gone out of my way to stop being friends with someone or telling them, yo, we can't be friends anymore. But there's just been the natural drift.
Yeah.
Obviously, I can take ownership in terms of my part in that, in terms of I never actively try to drift away from someone. Things happen, but I never actively try to stop it. That's probably how I'll say it. So I'm never trying to drift on purpose, but obviously when it happens, I'm not also trying to stop it.
Because when it happens, it's like you don't really notice that it's happening at the same time.
Nah, I trust you do.
So what, you're telling me that you didn't care about those friendships when it's happening then?
No, some I'd hit up. Some I'd give him let me finish my sentence. Nah, sometimes I'd definitely I'd hit up like, yo, it was good. Like, how you been? Da da da. But like, I don't know. I'm weird, bro. Yeah. I like people, but then I like people.
Just say they're not important.
Sometimes
bro, just say they're not important.
No, but it's not even. Yeah, it's not important. I like that.
That's that same thing.
No priority.
Nah, like trust. Not important priority. Same thing.
Are we talking like close friends, or are you just talking about like a friendship?
Anything.
I think I think there's a point where you need to address it. So I think if you're really, really, really close with someone, and let's just say that you don't want to be friends with them, or you got a lot going on, or whatever, you might you need to address it.
I don't like that.
Nah,
I've got a lot going on. I can't be friends with you.
That's weird.
I mean, that's
it's like those people that are like, yo, I'm stopping my streaks. You know, I got a lot coming up right now. I got my exams coming up or something.
I'll be back.
It's like, dog, you're taking one photo a day. Like, that's it, bro.
No, but look, this is what I mean. This is what I mean, yeah. Like, if you do want to start being friends with someone, I think if you guys are close, you definitely need to address it. But if you guys are friends and you guys are not that close, then you really need to address it. You feel what I'm saying? But like Daniel, I'm like Daniel, I never gone out of my way to try to
end it.
Because I don't think there's any friendship that I got that I actually wanted to end. You feel? I mean, there's a reason why I was friends with you in the first place.